Guys, Malika here from Malika Semper Astrology, and I want to talk Taurus because this weekend, Saturday, April 19th, the sun is shifting into Taurus. We say goodbye to Aries. What's the exact time? 12:56 p.m. Pacific this Saturday, the 19th. So we're going to be under a very Taurus sky until May 20th this year. And I want to talk about the archetype of Taurus and the lessons that they bring in, what we can learn from them, and what they're here to teach us, right? Taurus. So Taurus is an earth sign. Taurus really came in with this desire to have solid foundations, solidity in their connections. They're very loyal. They're very steadfast, Taurus people. And so, there's a determination around Taurus, a determination to show up, a determination to stick to what the plan was and stick to what they said, because they are also of the modality of fixed. They're part of the fixed modality. And so there can be a stubbornness that comes in with Taurus as well. Like if a Taurus has their mind made up, there is almost no changing their mind. There's just no budging them. I mean, think about like a bull standing in a pasture. Try to push that bull over. It's just going to ground into the earth a little bit more, right? And that is the essence of Taurus. We can lean in on them and they're not going to fall over. We can rely on them, and most of the time they will follow through and show up because they have the strength of steadfastness and solidity and loyalty. Taurus is also ruled by Venus, and so there is a sweetness to Taurus that is very present. Venus is all things beautiful and all things sweet and all things joy and pleasure in life. And so Taurus does unfairly get a reputation for being lazy because the planet Venus is also a lazy energetic. We don't necessarily want to climb the highest mountain. We want to take the easy way around, or we want to go slow and steadily, right? And so with Taurus, there's this sweet indulgence. And it truly comes into the form of their five senses. So indulging in their five senses, yummy food, healthy touch, the beautiful aesthetics, the surroundings they're in, and they want to luxuriate in that. They can have very expensive taste as well, like their cousin Capricorn. And there's a money focus with Taurus that comes in as well. They're striving to understand their finances this lifetime and really diving into their safety and security. Their safety and security as far as their finances go, as far as survival goes. Taurus is the sign of survival. It's very concerned with, do I have a home? Do I have a roof over my head? Am I able to pay the rent this month? Am I able to pay the mortgage this month? What are the bills looking like this month? Do I have money tucked away for a rainy day? What's my savings account like? What is my budget this month, right? Do I have food in the pantry? Can I buy food? There's a sense of survival and making sure that all their ducks are in a row as far as their survival is concerned. And a big part of that survival is financial safety and security. So, we can find our Tauruses in the banking system a lot of the time, or our accountants, or hey, my accountant is a Taurus. My accountant has a lot of Taurus in her chart. Um, because there's such a need for tangible safety as well, being able to touch something. Um, and the luxuries and the joys that money can buy is also important for Taurus. And there's something to be said about a slow pace this lifetime. You do not want to rush a Taurus, especially if you have Taurus children. One of the worst things you can do is rush them out the door every morning, on their way on your way to school or on your way to appointments. Set your alarm for a little bit earlier because they need to go slow. To rush a Taurus, it frustrates them. It completely throws them off course. It destabilizes them in a sense. So they need a lot of time. Um, And, they will be one of the sweetest, most loyal people in your life, are Tauruses. The shadow side of Taurus, can be that stubbornness. They can oftentimes miss out on opportunities because they resist change and they resist other people's advice, ideas, opinions, because they are so set in their ways and they can become so stuck. Taurus is a sign that can stay long past the expiration date of things, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's some sort of a commitment they made a million years ago that is no longer good for them. Um, there is a fear of what is on the other side of disrupting their routine that they know like the back of their hand. So they stay put and they don't make the change and they're not open to change. That would be a real shadow side of Taurus, right? And so part of the work, part of the practice is, how do I remain fluid being a Taurus? How am I open to change? And how do I see the gifts of change coming in? But they're really here to teach us how to slow down, how to be in the moment, how to stop and smell the roses. Taurus needs to get their hands in soil. Taurus is the gardener of the zodiac. They are the landowner. They work the land. They work with plants and vegetation and trees and dirt, the soil, right? If a Taurus is in a stressed out space, oftentimes the remedy or the medicine for Taurus is to go outside and go to nature. Hug a tree, take your shoes off, feel your bare feet on the earth, garden, and also bringing the element of earth indoors as well. So having a lot of house plants indoors in their space, having decorative pieces of wood or rocks or crystals. Bringing the earth element into their space oftentimes brings a stressed out nervous system back into balance, which is really, really, really important for them, because a stressed out bull, a stressed out Taurus, is not a pretty sight to see. They get super flustered, frustrated, irritated, right? They love their rhythms. They love their routines. They want to know what to expect. I've heard once, I don't remember where I heard this from, but you don't mess with a Taurus's nap time or snacks or routine, and then they're a happy little Taurus. Okay. And allowing that indulgence piece to come in. Taurus really loves rich foods, the richness of food, the ritual of food, like sitting down and eating with other people or cooking together or cooking for other people. There's a sweetness to that. So love up your Taurus in your life. I birthed a Taurus. My oldest boy is a Taurus. And really soak up this Taurus sky we're under, because it really allows us to ground, to slow down, to move slowly and steadily, and to really be in the world of the five senses. All right, you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll be back next week.